Previously on Survivor Canberra versus the World. At the Swamp of Sadness, Amy and Maddie tied themselves into knots to win the second duel. Ultimately though, Amy came out on top, keeping her alive in the game, while Maddie was eliminated for good. At the Currawong tribe, Andrew's alarm bells were ringing after it was revealed that Oscar was currying favour with Aiden in the previous vote.
Why did Oscar tell him Maddie?
Meanwhile, Oscar entertained the idea of voting out Andrew to solidify a strong bond with Aiden and Squin. At the Ginninderra tribe, despite the former World Tribe members having the majority in the numbers, John sensed that he was on the bottom of that four and started forming a bond with the three Canberrans.
Again, I think if I was on their tribe originally, they're probably the sort of people I could work with.
At the Immunity Challenge, both tribes were relatively evenly matched to begin with, but things really slowed down on the Tangram puzzle. Even though both tribes struggled to finish the puzzle, Squin eventually got it done for the Currawong tribe, winning immunity for her team and sending Ginninderra to Tribal Council. Back at camp, Eden, assuming that merge was coming soon, wanted to take a shot at the big guy Ed for being a physical threat. Meanwhile, John looked to solidify his relationship with the Canberrans and promised to flip on the World Tribe and vote out Anthea.
I was never really aligned with my other three, so I've been lying through my teeth to them.
Bethany sensed John's disloyalty and tried to flip the vote on him at the last minute. At Tribal Council, Eden played his hidden immunity idol on Anthea to shield against John's flip, but it was revealed that his idol was only valid to be played on the Currawong tribe. In the end, John did flip and joined the Canberrans to vote Anthea out in a 4-2-1 vote. 12 players remain. Who will be voted out tonight?
I feel amazing after losing my second duel. I mean, it's such a confidence boost to be able to come out with not one but two wins. Obviously, you never know going in because you don't know what you're going to face. And Maddie put up a great fight, and I think luck was on my side as well as maybe a little bit of skill. I'm actually loving the fact that I am now in my little home sweet home, Swamp of Sadness. Plus, another step is never something to snicker at.
Wow, how did that happen? I was definitely blindsided. Absolutely blindsided. I was like, what the heck is going on? What in the world is going on? Hi.
You weren't on yellow team when I left it.
No.
It's happened then, huh?
A lot has happened. Is this the Swamp of Sadness?
It is.
What's it like?
Actually, it's pretty happy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Can't believe those rotters. We had a majority. Anyway, they think it's better for their game. I've got advantages in my pocket. I've got a duel now. I'm in the Swamp of Sadness. But Eden tried to save me with an idol. What a beautiful thing.
So, how did Tribal Council go?
Not great.
Obviously.
No, not great.
Oh, I'm Amy, by the way.
Anthea, or out. Those rotters got me. Anyway.
Me too.
Yeah. But Eden played an idol on me.
Oh no!
But it wasn't eligible to be played it could only be played at a Currawong tribal.
Oh, okay.
So he played an idol for me. Bethany kept saying she was really worried that John was going to flip, and I was like, no, he's fine. So maybe she knew all along.
No,
Are there other people?
No, it's just me. So there were two duels and I beat them both.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, no pressure or anything.
Wow. So the duels have been happening?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I need to reflect and figure out who exactly did vote for me. Now that I'm looking back, I can see some things that happened. But I still don't know who I could trust if I got back in. I've had a great time. I'm happy to bring it in the Swamp of Sadness and get back in the game.
Come on in.
All right, Anthea, obviously we'll start with you. You've just been voted out. Were you blindsided by that vote, or did you think it was coming?
Yes, I was
Wow.
blindsided.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
very much so.
So who do you think was the main culprit of your vote out?
Honestly, the three original Jindandera, and then someone from original Currawong. So not Eden, because he played an idol for me. So it has to be Bethany or John, and it was John.
And Amy, you're back again.
Again.
Your third duel. How do you feel?
Good. I mean, a little bit confident, but like every duel is different, so it's anyone's game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is anyone's game. So let's get to the duel.
In this duel, the nomads will have to use slingshots and balls as ammunition to knock 5 cups off a perch. The first nomad to knock all of the cups off first will win the duel and stay alive in the Swamp of Sadness, eliminating the losing nomad from the game for good.
Okie doke. Nomads, you ready? Go. Okay.
All right, there's going to be a learning curve to this one.
Absolutely.
I'll whack that.
Who has used a slingshot before? There goes one.
Amy's got one. She's on the board. She's an old hand at this now.
And Anthea has one. Also 4 each left.
Gonna have to check my eardrums after this one.
Okay. This is harder than it looks.
Yeah. Yeah. Both are just a little bit too high at the moment, aren't they?
One ball left each.
ball left
We may
each.
have to reset soon.
Oh,
wow.
Amy's got 2 in 1.
Ooh,
one on the
okay.
roof.
So we've got Amy with
can reach
two cups. And Anthea,
Oh.
Amy's hit
Amy.
another cup and a crew member. Anthea is falling a little bit behind here with 4 cups still on her plank of wood.
That last one's going to be hard though. Oh,
Oh, she's now hit one. She's got 3 left.
one's fallen off for
yeah,
Anthea there.
it has.
A bit fortunate. Managed to get it just to ricochet enough.
Much harder than it looks, I think. Amy going for a last one. Not quite. Close.
This could be
Anthea
it
with
from
2
Amy.
cups. Amy with 1. Can she do it?
Oh,
We're
down
neck and neck, and Amy's done it. Wow. Amy has won the 3rd duel.
All right, wow, Amy, that's your 3rd win in a row. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Really amazing. You're moving on in the game, and you will head into the next duel. Unfortunately, Anthea, this does end your run in the game. How has this experience been for you? Have you had fun?
It's been the best. It's been awesome, yeah.
That's good. Oh, I'm glad to hear.
Yeah, we've really enjoyed watching you
We've
play.
really enjoyed having you here as well. Anthea, it's the end of the road for you here, so you can head on out. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Anthea. Well done.
It's been so fun. It's such a intense thing to do for someone. Like, I'm very introverted, so to come out and just hit the ground running and try and make all these friendships and alliances, I thought it was going to be really intense for me, and it was, but I also really liked it. A year ago to the day, I started chemotherapy for breast cancer. So to come and be doing this a year later is so great, and so I'm so grateful to be able to do stuff like this and meet such amazing people. So it's the best, and I'm so happy to have done it. And it's so nice to find people that you vibe with, because you don't, as an adult, it's so hard to meet. It's hard to make friends that you just really connect with. And I'm so glad I even got to cry. A full Survivor experience.
Amy, once again, congratulations. You're heading back to the Swamp of Reflection, as we're now calling it, and you're going to wait your next duel.
Amazing.
Thanks, Amy.
Well done, Amy.
something that you could grab.
So when you played it, you had no idea that it was an idol.
I thought there was a possibility it was fake. So I played my idol for Abs and I split the vote onto Todd in case they had their own idol and played it for Ed. Unfortunately, it was all for naught. I am sorry for not being truthful with all of you.
I don't think you were not truthful. I never asked you if you had an idol.
It's
so
true.
You didn't lie to me.
So I can tell you where that one was.
So
that
yeah,
one
it
was
on
on the.
Yeah.
So someone has it on your
seeing
tribe.
it at the start.
Beth and I are probably on the outs right now. It's fucked. And I might have burned any goodwill by voting Todd, honestly. Someone has grabbed it, and I don't know if they're still on this tribe, if they have it, but I guess it can only be played
Here.
It can only be played here. So if they're on that tribe.
What a wild ride. What the fuck was that? That's fucking crazy, bro. So I knew my name was floating around a bit, but I didn't know it was going to be that close to me getting sent. And if Eden's token had worked, it'd be me. I'd be gone. So I need to get rid of Eden.
Or that idol came from the top of the tribe flag.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a part of the flag.
I think
I thought
if
it
someone
was.
here had it, now's the time to play it.
Yeah.
When they were down the numbers.
Fuck Eden. No, but I'm trying to get rid of him now, for sure. I reckon he needs to go.
Were you the only one that
I
carried
was the only one that carried it, and I swear to
It's been someone
Christ,
that's-
I don't have it. You can look through my gear, I got nothing.
Sure. It would have been someone that sneakily swiped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally we were joking about hey, Ed always carries the...
Yeah, I know.
Without pointing fingers at someone I don't know, I think the economist in the other tribe was pretty shifty.
I think I can trust my group that my alliance that I've got right now with Moz, John and Todd. But I am a very trusting person, so I might be misplacing that trust, and I might find out in our next little council that I shouldn't have trusted them. But right now I feel very confident that they've got my back.
So Eden and Bethany, sorry, I probably put you in an uncomfortable position.
I mean, it is what it
You
is.
sort of had a feeling
Yeah,
where I may have
yeah.
been going. Anthea was blindsided from the original Currawong 4, and I flipped and joined the other guys with their 3 to make 4. But I was getting a lot of vibes that she was doing things that weren't aligned with groups, and so that bothered me.
Yeah.
And you guys have been more aligned to talk about what we're going to do as a group, as opposed to flying out on something left field. So moving forward, I think I can work together with the Ed, Lauren and Todd. I just showed my loyalty to what I said I would do. I did. Had Eden's idol worked.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. That's crazy. I would have been able to see that Swampy Saturday, so it sounds like a great place.
On the other tribe, I think I've got 2 alliances there too, with Aiden and Squin.
Really, the 6 of us could still work together if we just keep...
No, that's not a good answer. Keep going. Throw a name out.
Throw a name out?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to throw anyone's name that's here.
I will.
I
will. You can Aiden.
And I think I've just made myself a huge target by playing that idol unnecessarily. I did not stick to my safety, but at least my read on the situation was right. I have that.
He knows the game.
Yeah.
He's done things that perhaps we weren't aware of.
Yeah.
And to me, that's, I want to work with people who know what I'm going to do, or I know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
For Eden, I had no idea about that.
I was convinced John was going to put the second he saw the alpha male and the alpha female, he was just lapping it up. The second we got to that camp, he word vomited everything that had happened at our old tribe.
Now, I tried to be close with you and say, listen, you asked me where would I go if it was one of us, and I said Anthea, and I told you I was sitting on the fence, but how much could I really...
I know, and I mean, my thought was just to stick with Tribal Line, and obviously that landed on you.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I mean, that's more. I
He's
think
funny.
keep it. You know, like it's a compliment. I knew that we wouldn't be able to trust him. I tried to get Todd to flip and vote Sean out, and it didn't seem like it was going to work. So at the last minute, we decided to put votes on Ed. We see you like,
Yeah.
you know, now to go.
It's just for show, guys, by the way.
Yeah.
It does nothing.
Oh,
You're wearing a
sure.
full like bodysuit.
Yeah.
You're like some
Yeah,
scrawny
I'm
little
small,
boy.
But I hope that you weren't voted against me.
Of course not.
It was just,
No.
you know, these were the numbers. Now I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm running out of options, I think. Like if they take out Eden, then I'm not convinced that I have any decent numbers on the other side.
I've asked these guys about their alliances on the other four, and they said they weren't strong.
Right.
You know, so yes, they've got the numbers on us now, right? So could blow up in our face.
So I don't know what we're going to do. Eden and I are going to have to work some kind of magic.
I was the backup in case all the votes get wiped and there's one left.
I think you're on.
I didn't know I would get a vote, but I could see why maybe I would, because I might have come across a little bit non-committal to people that I didn't want to commit with.
To me, that's where I'm like, I'm happy with the people I'm with, because I don't know what Andy's doing over there right now. I couldn't trust him as far as I can throw him.
John has now proven his loyalty to work with the three of us, but on the side I also want to continue working with Bethany. So if things go my way, Eden would be the next vote.
But so did Anthea vote for you?
I don't know.
I'm so confused. Todd is like putting out vibes that he wants to work with me.
I knew John.
I knew we couldn't trust John.
John had pretty much guaranteed the vote, and I feel I couldn't get enough time to talk to you or to the other people to actually nail anything down, and I had to go with something that I was sure about.
I don't know how much I can trust him, and he just showed me that I couldn't trust him for that vote.
Like I want to work with you, and I don't think anyone knows that you and I want to work together.
But then if I can't trust John and I can't trust Todd, and I just voted for Ed, and Ed and Lauren are best friends, where does that leave me? It leaves me not in a good spot.
No. Yeah, so it has been taken, because this is where our advantage was. You know, maybe I can try to talk to Loz and see. I think I've dug myself into a big hole, and if my suspicions are correct and we have a double tribal next, or I'm a dead man walking. One of the things that's really important for me is it's going to make me sound like a performative asshole, but I really hate when the women are picked off really early, one by one, and that's just not something, because they always are, and it's like a perception that they're weak when they're not.
Yeah. That tribal council went better than it could have gone. We are not committed to Old Yellow in any way, shape or form, and I want to play with people who, like I said to you, want to play. I just know that Eden would backstab us, so that he wouldn't be loyal to us. And the fact that you pulled that idol.
Yeah. And I'd be willing to that for any ally. I'm not a selfish player. I like to work with people.
Yeah. Unless Eden pulled something pretty significant out, it'd have to be Eden next, because I just don't think we'd be able to trust him regardless. Squin and Aiden then, what would your ideal be with them? Oh. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's the advantage. Okay. Well, you know I have it. We can use it, because that could be like a cancelling of a vote. Like, we can take someone away. We can
just keep it secret.
I'll keep it secret. I'll just keep it between us. I've got to fight. I'm sure this one's an individual immunity. I would like to win it if I can. Bit hard now. Ed's still here. My fucking lord.
You're literally standing right there. I've got the observation skills of a fucking rock. It's lucky I'm not like a police officer or something. I actually need to be able to observe shit.
Yeah, whatever. I got nothing to lose. I guess you're gonna see crazy Eden come out to play.
like, you know, because your idea of putting the two big ones together was good, and then we're all trying to work from that. We're very lucky that no one on the other team was good at those tangram puzzles or whatever they're called. That was a true team effort finishing that puzzle because everyone contributed at least a little bit.
Did you ever give him a name or anything?
No.
Didn't have him long enough.
Hey, we only had him once and we already gave him a name.
What's the name?
Kizaz.
I'm really surprised to make episode 5. I mean, you come in with the best intentions, and I guess everyone knows that they have the potential to go all the way to the end, but the game just changes so quick.
Yeah, that seems like the kind of thing that if you know how to do it, someone could just get it in like 10 seconds. But like none of us did.
Yeah.
Thankfully, none of them did either.
I think I have a pretty good connection with most of the tribes people from Ginninderra so far, because it's all well and good for everyone to say, oh, we're all one tribe now, but I still think like original loyalties will be stronger than newer loyalties.
People think it's very easy to just keep it straight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Linear.
Yeah.
Think about the merge.
Mm-hmm.
If they keep losing, Ginninderra are gone.
Who are we going, sorry? Is that your tribe name?
Yeah, the old yellow.
Sorry.
Old yellow.
Old yellow.
So I think, you know, in that it makes sense that we as a block stick together.
We're probably a few challenges away from merge or another swap or anything that could save me. And if it's just going to go down the line, you know, I've got 2 votes at best, maybe only even 1, because Squin's a good social player. She's really connecting with this group well, I think.
There were a couple of honey eaters, but I don't know if that's true. Okay. But I'm just going to pretend that they were.
And you saw a bush rat.
Yeah, I saw a little rat or bush mouse kind of pouncing down in the background.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I don't want to play just to survive one vote at a time. I want to play to win this game, and I think I need people like Squin who I can trust in my corner as long as possible.
And when I say I think we're all very open to having you along, that is absolute a fact.
I mean, I believe it because I've had people say the same thing. So, you know, you make me feel good about wanting to work with you.
Yeah,
and that's more than I can say for what happened last time around my old tribe.
Oscar expressed an interest in flipping possibly this vote. Whether he was serious or not, I don't know, but next time we do lose, I'm going to be going straight to him and asking him if he was genuine with that offer, because I really do need a lifeline like that.
I think Amy's going to come back with a vengeance.
I think if it's like a puzzle kind of thing, she's really good at that.
Yeah.
The pros of voting Andrew out, I think it's a move, and I think it also solidifies with the old Corowa members here that we aren't remaining along tribe lines.
And I think it would bond us, just in case the others like really bond with the other tribe. I think it would bond the remainder, because I'm thinking like, if we just go for a complete blindside on Andrew, in that situation. Otherwise, do you still think Squin?
My only concern is that I haven't had any chats with Hayden at all.
Yeah.
I'm also very cognizant of the fact that if we are voting along tribe lines now, that when we get to merge, if Old Corowa has the numbers, which is more than likely, they may also just be willing to pick us off one by one.
But yeah, I trust like Hal thing.
Completely.
So happy to like if you trust him. As long as we're still number one. I actually don't know what my best way going forward is, and I think I'll make my decision based on who gets voted out from the other tribe at the other tribal, because if one of our original yellows gets voted out, it might be a good chance to take out Oscar. But the drawback of that is he trusts me at this point because he's coming to me with information and his plans. So I feel a bit like I don't know what to do just yet.
Coming back to the camp, I spotted a note, and that note was actually a clue to a hidden immunity idol. Pauline was looking at me, but I'm worried that those two may see me. Shall we go down to the river and have a look? It outlined that the immunity idol was actually located on our tribe flags.
In Season 2, thought the skull accessory was a hidden immunity idol. They were wrong. In Season 3, all that changes. There's a worldly accessory hanging on the tribe flag. This is a hidden immunity idol. Once it's in your possession, the idol is active and can be played anytime before the merge. Cannot be stolen from you, and can only be played while you're on the Currawong tribe. When played at Tribal Council, blah blah blah.
But as with anything, here's the catch. The idols could only be played at the tribe in which they were found at. So the implication is that wonderful idol that I found and I've buried is only able to be used at the Ginninderra camp. So unless someone is Wishbone the Terrier digging up my tree, that idol is still in the ground over there.
You want to have a read?
No, I trust you.
Have a read. Just so you, because you know I'm not playing shit games with you.
So this also validates my suspicions of what I saw in Eden's, the outline of what I saw in Eden's bag was an idol.
Yeah, I believe you. I don't even need to read it.
Well, in the former Yellow Tribe I trusted least, it would have been Andrew. But now I'm starting to build trust with him more. So he's shared a clue with me. So I think he could be a really good ally.
There was a ribbon, and we found a note talking about a hidden immunity idol, and it said the C is on the tribe flag.
Holy shit.
So Andrew pulled me aside just before to tell me that he and Sab had found a ribbon somewhere and a clue that basically alluded to something being on the tribe flag. He said something about the world, which triggered my memory, and I remembered that there were circular things on each of our tribe flags that had the world on them.
It spoke about an idol being on the tribe flag, and it was about the world. And you just reminded me there was a bloody...
There was a world on both of our tribe flags.
A medallion.
It was like ceramic. Round.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily get really good vibes from Andrew, and I've never really had a one-on-one conversation with him before he pulled me aside to tell me about the idol. So actually that's made me trust him like a bit more, because you know, that was our first one-on-one conversation, I think, and he just told me some really valuable information.
Did anyone check our flag just there?
I did, and there was nothing there.
So someone's taken it.
Was it at the front?
Yeah, it was just at the top.
Side?
It was at the
there
top,
was
and I was like,
nothing.
this is sick. If we lose the next challenge, I think it will be quite interesting to see whether Andrew and Saba are willing to go through with voting Oscar out.
I think you and I should stick together.
Yeah,
I
think that we should
even like after this, if we make it through.
Yeah, but I think we shouldn't be too close, because I think we look visually very similar as well. So like people will pair us automatically. So I'm trying to build as many bonds as I possibly can. Hope that I make it to the merge with as many numbers as possible.
Come on in. Currawong tribe, getting your first look at the new Ginninderra tribe. Anthea voted out at the last tribal council.
All right, well, are you ready to get to your next challenge?
Yeah.
All right, so who's got it? Pauline.
Pauline.
We'll get that back, thanks.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Pauline.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Got a little eye patch.
Immunity back up for grabs, but we are not playing for tribal immunity at the moment. We are actually playing for individual immunity. This is a double elimination. Both tribes will be going to tribal council, and 2 people will be voted out, and 2 people will be winning individual immunity for the first time. All right.
In this challenge, players will work in pairs, 1 player from each tribe. There are 2 roles. In the first role, the player must run to a table to memorise a sequence of tiles and assorted objects. They must then communicate the sequence to their partner at a border line. In the second role, the other player must listen to what their partner has communicated to them and recreate it on their own table with the items provided. The first pair to exactly replicate the sequence will each win individual immunity on their respective tribes and will be safe from the double elimination. Okay, so for individual immunity, survivors ready? Go!
All right. Yeah, different tactics here.
Ooh, okay.
Todd trying to get all of his items out before he goes up to meet his partner. So they need to explain the exact sequence that they see on the table, the right color panels in the right order, the right items in the right order, facing the right direction in the right spot as well.
Black square, black round little pebble. Yellow square, white round little pebble. Black square.
If it's not exact, it's not a winner. All right, Todd and John and Bethany back getting some of their solution done.
Black card, yellow card, black card, yellow card. Okay. And then the things are black pebble, white pebble.
At the end of a long day, this is a lot of physical
Exertion.
and mental
Exertion.
What are the?
I had one pink.
Are they tan?
Sorry.
What are the colours? What colours
yellow,
is it?
black, and pink.
You only have one pink square.
And white stone again on the third one. Yep. You have a fourth tile.
Are you serious? Oh, God.
Yeah, one pink.
Wood.
Fuck, that's hard.
When you say tan, do you mean like the pinkish one?
Yeah, I think that's what we've got.
I've only got one of them.
Hey, let me double check for us, okay?
Do we have wooden squares? Are they?
I put a wooden one.
Are they double-sided, like pink?
No.
So you only have yellow and black squares.
Yellow, black, and one pink.
Green block.
Jesus.
And an orange block. I'm so sorry, I need to check it.
Green rectangle, orange rectangle, and then the cone-shaped shell.
And then it's, sorry.
It's all right. I'll go do that.
Yeah, do that.
Okay, everybody stop.
All right,
Okay.
Bethany's incorrect. Everyone keep
Keep
going.
going.
The back of the tile.
Ah, okay,
It's
okay.
like the tile flipped over.
Okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool,
so they're the orange ones.
Cool.
All right, so
Make sure everything is exactly the same as that solution.
Check for
All right,
Todd.
check for
Everybody don't
Todd.
stop. Keep
Wow,
going.
we're still going.
This is a really difficult challenge.
Yeah, just make sure you're checking those subtle things.
Hey, Oscar.
Black stone, white stone, white stone, candle. I've got that.
Give me the next two.
Two black.
All right, check on Todd.
Yeah. Candle. Bottom corner. Bottom corner.
All right, check on Todd. We've got a winner. So, Todd, Andrew win individual immunity.
What a challenge. That was really hard. At the end of a big day, Todd, Andrew, come and get your individual immunity. Sure,
Yeah,
I
I'll
absolutely
put it-
will. I might do it this way so that I don't.
Congratulations. Safe from the Double Tribal
Safe
Council.
from the Tribal Council, that's exactly right. Well done.
All right, that was a really big one to win because this is a Double Tribal Council, so both tribes will be going to Tribal Council. So we'll give you a moment to think about it and we'll see you there.
Oh, yeah, that was a lot put on us. Like, yeah,
Double
elimination,
double trouble.
individual immunity.
It's a great feeling to have one immunity. I think when you have a list of things you'd like to achieve on Survivor, winning immunity is one of those things you'd like to tick off, and I've done that. It's the gossip from...
Yeah, that John had just split.
What was that?
That's what happened on the other tribe. Apparently John just split too.
Oh,
Yeah.
When I saw Anthea was booted out, I said to myself, this is incredible. And in fact, as I stood there thinking about this, it came to me, it's Possum Magic, one of the greatest children's books there is. And what I think, what you find, if you read the book, go back, read the book, there were votes for this, votes for that, votes for tall, votes for small, votes for thin, votes for fat. But the votes that they were looking for wasn't there at all. Ciao ciao. I'm sorry, it was possum magic.
Maybe just float around.
See
Suss
what's
the
happening,
vibes, yeah. Have a think. Yeah, I don't think I have my thoughts in order either. I don't know what to feel. I'm actually really stressed. I mean, I'm always stressed before tribal, but I'm actually really stressed this time. If you wanted someone from old Jin and Daragon, do you have a name?
I don't think I could split anyone in our team, in our tribe at all. For any kind of reason. It'd have to be something really nitpicky, like, I don't know, left-handed or something. I don't know.
Because I really did want to work with Aiden and Squin. I just feel like it's not possible now. That's, yeah, so obviously we want to go Squin.
Yeah, Squin.
Is there any other plan you'd want? Because if you had an idol and wanted to do something,
I do not have an idol. Like, I wish I did. I'd probably display it if I did.
Yeah, wear it around your neck. Yeah.
Squin doesn't have one either.
Yeah.
There's no way she would have told me at this point.
Yeah. My only backup name that I wanted to get rid of our majority was Andrew, and like, and of course he won immunity.
Obviously, it's not my perfect outcome, I guess, just because of the optics of being the last one for my last tribe. Yeah. But like I said, I do trust you, and if this is the way it's going, I'm on board. Yeah. You know, so that's no problem.
Yeah.
Challenge didn't really go to plan. Obviously, I didn't win immunity. Would have been a massive win, given the double tribal and my position in the tribe as it stands.
You were in the group before. Did they say anything?
Nothing.
Notable? Nothing.
Maybe absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I spoke to Paul, and she sort of said, you know, she likes us both. She's interested. She doesn't have a lot of control. That's what she's saying. So, a bit of a nothing answer.
Yeah.
I guess, as far as this tribal goes, I really got to thread the needle between trying to find a way to protect Squin, because I really do need her around and I want her around because I do trust her. But if I push too hard, I could put myself in danger instead. So it's really difficult to find that balance.
I don't know, it feels like a bit of a hopeless spot, just because I don't have a lot of confidence. But all we can do is ask and just see what they say.
Who are you thinking of voting for? Are you likely to flip?
And vote for you.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to, that's fine.
There may come a point where our only options are vote for each other. Until that happens, let's try and do something.
Yeah.
But if that's what we have to do, then our votes aren't going to matter anyway.
Yeah.
You don't have an idol, I don't have one.
Realistically, there's only two options on the table for me. It's either Squin, which I don't want to have to do, but if it means my survival, I will do. The other option is probably Sav. Sav's name has come up before. I do have trust with Oscar and Pauline, and of the yellow four, Sav is the person I've spoken to the least.
Obviously, Andrew's immune. I mean, I like Pauline and I like Oscar. I guess that leaves Sav. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how likely that is. But.
So the couple of people I think are in trouble from my tribe would be Squin or Aiden. Now, I think the original four might stick together for this vote, if they're telling me the truth.
Yeah.
I think we're going for Aiden.
Okay.
Okay. How are you feeling about that? Are you okay with voting for Aiden?
Yeah, we're pretty we kind of have come to agreement that we are going to get to a point, maybe it's even this point, where we're going to have to vote for each other.
Okay. Yeah, it's sad. I think that I want to vote out Aiden purely because him and Oscar are getting a little bit close. I've noticed them like having chats and stuff, and Oscar at the moment is my closest ally, so I don't want to share him.
And told me that.
Awkwardly barging in.
Yeah, no. We were just like talking about how like the least fittest runner managed to
I don't think that. I don't think
pull it
you're
off.
the least fittest at all.
So I spoke with Oscar. He pretty much said it's going to be Squin. Is that the case?
That is the consensus.
I feel like I'm in the middle, and I like that position at the moment, but for taking the game for myself, I will vote out anybody who is a threat to my game.
You know, the interactions I've had with all four of you have been really positive, and you know, working with you, that is something I want, because obviously we don't know what's happening on the other tribe. Maybe
Look what happened.
obviously something strange happened, so we do have to be united as our tribe now. And
I want to win. I'm not here just to let somebody else win because I like them. I want to win myself, and I'm willing to take out the big threats when the time is right.
I think so. What do
What do you think?
Oh, I was just wondering after our last convo if it was
Yeah,
going to be Oscar.
No, I think we just, for the moment,
Stick with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you let me know if that changes, but I'm happy with that.
If you're happy, I'm
yeah,
happy, yeah.
I like Aiden a lot. So I just had a really quick chat with Andrew, and he's telling me that the vote's still Squin. We had an early chat where he and Sab suggested that maybe we'd vote for Oscar, but he seems to be leaning towards Squin. I'm happy with it being either of them, to be honest.
Did you and Sab talk about Aiden? Yeah. Yep. So I was just going to ask you what names you've heard out there from, the majority. So you've heard Aiden as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the conversation that the four of us had. I actually get really good vibes from Aiden as well. So I'm hopeful that the vote doesn't switch to him.
Like, obviously, like, we said Aiden. Like, we talked about voting along tribal lines.
I'd be pretty disappointed because I feel like I put in a lot of effort with the Ginninderra crew to show my worth in a team, but I still don't feel safe.
So we think of Aiden. Okay. And to be honest with you, it is a toss-up.
Oh yeah.
It is a toss-up.
Yeah. I just want to stay in for one more challenge, just one. I just want to survive this tribal council and at least make the first phase of merge, and then I'd be happy if I made that milestone.
You've had an adrenaline packed day.
To me, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it didn't. I was just kind of like chatting about the game.
I am thrilled. I felt the last vote was really, really up in the air, and with only 6 people on the tribe, there's not many targets, so having immunity is really, really helpful at this point in the game.
I would be super disappointed if I went
If
home
two people go
before.
tonight, I reckon we're close to this.
Yeah, I would like to continue with Eden, but at the end of the day, like I feel like it's going to come down to him or me, and I always am going to choose me. So what do I do? And what are your thoughts?
I mean, if you guys would be on board, I think we'd be happy to go for Eden.
Yeah, I'm happy to go for
And
I
my
think
thing is, I don't think you can trust
if there's the 4 of us standing here,
Like,
and one of them's got one of them's immune, we can only be talking
Guys,
about
I'm
one person.
so sorry, but like, there's only one name that you can say, so
We
I can't
We just
have,
realised that.
I can't have that
Yeah.
sort of split because I'm sorry.
No.
We might be fucked.
I think if we make a move on Aiden, you and me together, I think,
Well, what do you think we should do?
I think Eden is like that.
I do too.
John voted with us at the last tribal council, so I think the 4 of us will be deciding who goes home. Eden's name is the one that seems to be on the table the most.
I think everyone knows.
I think Eden probably knows he's in a bit of danger.
I think so.
I think it's either him or
But
me.
it's just whether he's been able to find, like, he's
Do
found
you think
something.
Bethany and Eden will try and rally your troops against me?
No.
I think that Eden will.
Look, having already flipped on, my tribe, there's really only Eden and Bethany. I think I'll be voting for Eden. I think he's the biggest challenge. He knows what's going on. He's out there scheming, and I think he's gunning for me too. So I'll be voting for Eden in this one.
I'm voting for Eden.
So am I.
Todd's voting for Eden.
I hope so.
Yeah. And I think
Loz
Loz
will
will.
well.
I think Loz will too. I think Beth
I
and
think
Ed will go
Bethany-
vote for me.
I think I don't know. I think she's seen a bit of skullduggery from Eden. I've just shown my allegiance to them. I've proven that I will vote with them, and so hopefully they will do the same to me.
I'm happy to do whatever. I haven't told you about the different
No, and
I'm just standing there talking to Luz, and I see something on a bush, a scroll hanging. So immediately I just grab it. Sorry. Congratulations, you have won the Defector Advantage. This power can be presented to Dan and Liv at Tribal Council before the votes are cast. If you play this during the pre-merge, you will be safe. You won't cast a vote and will immediately defect to the opposing tribe. If you play this at the merge vote, you will be safe. You won't cast a vote and immediately go back to your camp. I don't want to abandon her. Like, I think it would be cooler if we could get out John, but if that's the way it's going, I will do that.
I hear you, and I don't disagree with it at all.
I really do think that we've got a shot with Loz. But if it goes wrong, and I end up not playing this, then I'm the fool that didn't play my advantage and save myself when I could. And he's already made like one flip.
Yeah.
And I know he's planning another one. I'm perfectly willing to write his name down, but if you'd rather I just defect and save myself.
No, I think, well, I agree.
Yeah. But like, you know, I'm completely yours. There's no one else. There's the only other person that's worked with me is Bethany.
I've got people on both sides who want to work with me and are keen to move forward with me, which is giving me some influence in the decision making.
I feel like we're going to need that.
Yeah, like for the match.
Alright. They keep looking at me.
Now I know I've got an uphill battle this round because Ed has already come to me and told me that he's voting me out.
Ed, I'm going to vote for you, mate. But I'm feeling it's going to come back this way as well.
I didn't write your name down last time.
Really?
I wrote down Todd.
Did you actually write down Todd?
I didn't want to write you down.
Why'd you write down Todd? Eden said that he didn't vote for me in the last council, and I'm finding that quite hard to believe. I think he's lying.
Do you know what I mean?
You reckon Eden didn't vote for...
I think he voted for Todd.
Yeah, I don't
Someone voted for Todd.
Because he was saying my name to other people.
Pardon?
You don't think Abs voted for me?
Oh, I don't know. We're in a bit of a sticky situation. Like, I do feel like Eden is trying to save the both of us and push John to Lauren. I'm not sure how susceptible she's going to be to that idea. I would like to get working on that. I just feel like if we give him too much power, come the merge, we're going to regret it. Like you and I specifically, because he has 2 locked-in votes. I just don't think that the original yellow are comprehending that John's just going to go back and work with those 2 original black team members. How can you trust him when he's flipped on us immediately?
But I mean, then he went and told you that he was doing it. We went and told Evan that he was doing it.
Yeah,
you can't play.
And he told me. Like, he told me, he was the one that told me to vote for him.
Right.
Like, when I initially went to you guys, I said Pabs.
I mean, where's the strategy there? Like,
I don't know, but it's giving mess.
So no, there's no reason for us not to go with the John angle. He flipped on his own people. Then he went back and told them that he was flipping prior to tribal council, which gave Eden the chance to play his idol. We're on board for John.
Seriously?
Yeah. Done deal.
Okay, because like if you are down for that,
I'm down for that, and that's what I said. Eden's willing to risk it with only 3, and I said, there's no point. I'll talk to Ed. He'll be fine, I think.
I will ride or die, basically, with you guys to the end. Hopefully we've got through to Lauren a little bit, maybe. And that's really my only hope right now. Otherwise it will be either me or Eden. He broke trust with me. Yeah. He told me to vote for Ed, and I did what I said, and then he didn't do what I said.
If that idol had worked, you would not be here. And the sole reason is because John flip-flopped on his own people and then felt bad and went back and told them about it.
Yeah.
Do you feel
Where's
like
the
he's going to stick with you? Or is it
But he's playing the game. I thought the vibe was for people to be voting for Eden, and Loz, who's been pretty reliable this entire time for me, she's just come and told me that she's voting for John, and John's been very loyal to me as well.
Like, I'm open.
Well,
I don't have connections on the other side.
Well, I'm leaning towards Eden.
Okay.
Yeah, John's had our back. It seems like he's been talking to me. And Loz has been the most reliable, which is again funny because at the very beginning I didn't trust her at all, but she's been really handy. But she also she loves this game. She loves Survivor. She wants to win. He said he's going to vote for Eden.
Okay.
And I trust him. I don't think he's going to go against that, because him voting the way he told us he'd vote last time, that was his way of trying to earn our trust and get into this group.
Yeah. But then at the same time, he's fine with breaking trust with me. And I've been on the tribe with him from the start.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do, because I think Loz was saying that Beth and Eden, we're both saying John. And if she votes for John as well, and then me, John and Todd vote for Eden, it'll be tied. I think it's Eden. I think it's Eden.
I think so too.
You do?
Yeah.
Have you heard from anyone else? Have you been speaking to anyone?
Eden?
No. Yeah, have you heard from anyone else?
No.
No? Oh, well, that's what I've been hearing from the other two. So
Well, he keeps saying he's got this advantage.
Does he have an advantage?
That's what he's saying.
So I think John's the one I can trust the most, so I don't want to vote for him.
Hasn't he played the last...
What he's saying is that he's got no advantage. I don't know.
I just don't feel I've got a vibe happening with Bethany yet. I you know, when I try and talk to her, she's like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, so I'm not really sure what that means. So when I walked down the hill, there was a posse of 5. I'm thinking, okay, when there's 5, you can only be talking about one person.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's right.
like, I mean, no, that was Ed.
Eden and Bethany will definitely be gunning for me and trying to sway the other guys that I'm going to flip. But I think I've shown my allegiance to Todd, Ed and Loz, and hopefully they'll stick with me. So it could go either way, but I think I'll be okay. I think I'll stick through this one.
It'll be, if you're sure.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure.
Okay, yeah, because I can see you and you.
Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah, and we just have to get some of these
With these other women. I just don't want to give John all this power come to the merge. Like, I feel like if we don't do something now, we're all going to regret it in a couple of hours' time. Honestly, I'm so sick of men just on a daily basis, like on a regular daily basis. I've had enough of them. I've had enough of them on Survivor. I've had enough of them on the internet. I've had enough of them like sitting next to them, putting their fucking legs in my space on the plane.
I'm going to put money all in on John. That's who I want to go home, and that's who I think will go home.
I am a female in a male-dominated industry with some of the most masculine.
I bet
I'm
you have the
tired
story.
of being gaslighted.
Yeah.
I'm tired of being bullied. I'm tired of being spoken down to. I'm tired of being told by men how to do my hair,
Yeah.
how many earrings I'm allowed to
Okay,
wear.
so let's just get rid of them. I mean, it's going to be a shit show. No matter what way you slice it, it's this trial. There's only 6 people, so it's going to be a shit show either way.
Come on in. Okay.
All right, welcome back, Currawong Tribe. Now, Squin, we did have the recent Tribal Council go along tribal lines, like you expected. Do you expect that to be the same thing at this Tribal Council?
Yeah, to be honest, I do expect this tribal council to be the same and follow tribal lines as well. I think both Aiden and I are very aware that we have a 50-50 chance of being voted out today.
So Aiden, do you try and protect yourself and Squin, or are you more just trying to push Squin under the bus at this stage?
Well, you know, it's hard because Squin and I have been together from the start, so obviously she's not someone I want to see go, but yeah, you got to do what you can, of course, but at a certain point, you do have to protect yourself, I guess in a situation like this especially.
Andrew, you've won the first individual immunity. How do you feel, and how did that play out when you were back at camp?
Yeah, I was really happy to have won. I think I commented to a few, I'm probably the least fastest person, but had a good pairing. And it's one of those things, if you're going to play, you'd like to try and achieve. So there's a tick there. So yeah, really chuffed about it. I think for how it factors in, you know, I think obviously there's less pressure on me. And I think be guided by the conversations we've been having and I've been having.
Oscar, do you think this voting along tribal lines does prepare you for a merge, or do you think it's hard to prepare for a merge when you don't really know where all of your tribe sits? Like, where are the allegiances within the tribe?
I think it's hard to prepare for a merge voting on tribal lines because at the end of the day we can't be on both tribes. Like, we don't really know what the outcome of the next tribal council will be. So I think you've just got to... I think it's important to think ahead and, like, to what may happen at a merge. But I think it's just as important to be in the present and like look at what you have now.
So what are you doing to look ahead at this vote? Are you doing that now, or is that sort of at the next vote you'll look ahead?
I think just mostly actively keeping it on my mind. Like, we won't be in this tribe forever. Like, we will mix, and then the relationships we've built here will have also been built on the other side. So I think it's just like making sure even though I just said like think in the present, making sure that it's not just for that reason.
Sab, how's this vote going to go for you? Do you think it's going to be what you think? Do you think there'll be any curveballs?
Oh, I'm always prepared for curveballs. I hope there's none coming our way, my way tonight. I believe it's going to go the way I think it's going to go tonight. Or from the conversations I've had, I'm pretty sure where the vote's going. And I just hope it pans out that way. After, just keeping with the trust that with the people that I've been speaking to the whole game.
Okay.
So Sab, is that the reality? What Squin's saying? Is it going to be Squin or Aiden for you tonight?
For me, yes, it's going to be one of the two.
How do you decide between the two?
It's really hard. They're both amazing people. We all really like each other here. And this is not something that I was anticipating. I was anticipating I love people in general. Wasn't anticipating this to be as hard as it is to vote one of these beautiful people off. So it's going to be tough. The decision, there's pros for this one, pros for that one. But we just came to a consensus.
And Aiden, for you, seeing Anthea voted off at the last tribal council, does that concern you if you are still here that the former World Tribe is going to go in with a really small minority going into a possible merge in the future?
It's something you have to take notice of, but obviously what happens on that tribe is their business, and really I can just focus on what's happening here. That's my only concern right now.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Squin, Aiden, do you want to make a last minute plea to your tribe if you are feeling like you are going to be voted out of this tribal council?
I think everyone knows how I feel about this group and these people, so I think I've said everything I have to.
Okay. Squin?
I just hope that I was able to show like a breadth enough of my skill set that was strong enough to get me to stay at least one round longer.
All right. Well, with that, Andrew, you do have the individual immunity. You can't be voted for. Everyone else, fair game. Squin, you're up first.
Honestly, I vote for self-protection and nothing more because I've really enjoyed playing the game with you so far, but I'm sure you understand my decision.
It's been a pleasure playing with you. This isn't the vote I ever wanted to make, but we have no choice, so good luck to you, and if you do go to the swamp, I hope you return.
All right, we'll go count the votes. All right, if anyone has an idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, we'll count the votes. First vote, Squin. Second vote, Aiden. It's 1 vote Squin, 1 vote Aiden. Squin. 2 votes Squin, 1 vote Aiden. Squin. 3 votes Squin, 1 vote Aiden. The 5th person voted out in Survivor Canberra versus the world. Squin. Alright, Squin. The tribe has spoken. But if you have a chance to get back into this game, so you'll be heading to the swamp of status.
Okay.
Head on out. Alright, Aiden, you're an endangered species at this stage. You better hope a merge is coming up soon. head on out.
You're a fantastic player, fantastic person. Personally, I would have liked Oscar. I think we had a little bit of rat in the tribe. I'm very sorry and good luck.
Come on in. Ginninderra Tribe, welcome to Tribal Council. John, at the last Tribal Council, things didn't go the way you said they were going to go. What happened there, and what happened when you got back to camp?
They didn't go the way I said they'd go, but they went the way I thought they'd go.
Okay.
So yeah, that was, I was okay with what happened at the last Tribal Council.
Okay.
So Ed, if someone's saying something but expecting something else, does that give you pause for concern?
I think that's part of this game. If someone's saying something and then doing something else, I think that's something we all expected coming into playing like Canberra Survivor. So I think that's just part of the course. So yeah, it gives me pause for concern, but that's part of the game.
Yeah. So how do you then
Navigate it?
Navigate it? Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
Or, no, please. I was lost for words. Yeah. Or build any trust with anyone, or how do you choose who you trust?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think everyone's looking to be with the majority when you're in a situation like this. So you're trying to just find out how everyone else feels. But there's always the voice in the back of your head that's saying they're lying to you because they're voting for you. So yeah, you just need to try and trust your intuition. You look at past choices that have been made, you let that kind of guide you a bit more as well.
Okay. And Loz, so I guess, do you use intuition? What's your intuition telling you about tonight's vote?
It's an interesting vote again tonight because we are a little limited in who we can vote for. Obviously, we can't vote for Todd. And you don't think that taking one person out of the equation will make that much of a difference to the dynamics and how the decisions are made, but it does. Every less person available to vote for is another possibility of you getting voted for. So yeah, there is only 6 of us sitting here, and only 5 of us are actually going to be able to get votes, and those aren't odds that I particularly like in any circumstance. So.
Now, Eden, you did play an idol for Anthea last Tribal Council that turned out not to be valid.
Yeah.
Were there any ramifications from that idol play on your tribe?
Yeah.
Tell us.
No.
Tell us what they were.
Yeah, obviously I've just gone and done something that I didn't tell anyone I was going to do. It was a decision I made in the moment, and that is inherently something that's untrustworthy. So I do think it painted a target on my back. I have been told I am receiving a vote tonight. Ed came up to me and did say, Eden, I'm voting for you, so...
Ed did?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just... Yeah, so I do know that my name is out there, and I anticipated that would be the case. Obviously I didn't know that idol wasn't valid, or I wouldn't have played it, but that's the game of Survivor, and you just got to take it on the chin and try your best, right?
So can I just ask, Ed, why did you tell Eden that you were voting? Eden, sorry.
It's okay.
Why,
Yeah.
that you were voting for him?
I think just by the group dynamic I found myself in, we asked the question, who we voting for, and there was not really anyone else for me to say. I think it was a bit of a faux pas. I shouldn't have said it. I think I played my cards. I think I've made a huge mistake, honestly. So we're going to see what happens.
Okay.
So Bethany, what is this vote about for you?
This vote I think is going to be very interesting. Obviously based on the numbers, I feel a little bit on the bottom. But one thing about me is I'm not going to throw people that I'm loyal to under the bus.
So who are you loyal to on this tribe?
But I've spoken to people, and I think that finally tonight, after this round of conversations, I am feeling that I have people that I can talk to and trust and have like a legitimate strategy moving forward in this game. And I think all day I've been struggling to find that, and I feel like it's finally sort of coming together a little bit. So I feel a little bit relieved, but also very nervous because it could obviously very easily be me tonight.
Right.
Bit of
So,
a roundabout answer there.
yeah. Nice dodge, but that's okay.
I'm not giving you any naps.
No, that's okay. Try to get you there.
Worth a shot.
All right. So Todd, is there any talk about merge, the possibility of merge coming up, and how your voting does factor in to that?
There's been a lot of talk about merge. I don't know if, like, there has been some chat about what that looks like for particular alliances from the old tribes post-merge, but I don't think it's a huge factor in this vote tonight. I think it's about who you can trust and who you're working with right here, right now. Because who knows, we might not merge. We might come back here.
All right, we'll get to the vote. Obviously, Todd, you've got the individual immunity. You can't be voted for. Everyone else is fair game. John, we'll get you up first.
I'm sorry. John, I think it's time for me to quit Taylor Swift here and say, dear John, it's time for me to be moving on.
I'm going for John because I have had enough of him. I'm sick of his voice. I'm sick of men. I want them to all go away, and this is the first step in my plan to make that happen. So, fingers crossed.
All right, we'll go count the votes. All right, if anyone does have an idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. All right, let's count the votes. First vote, Eden. Second vote, John. 1 vote Eden, 1 vote John. 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 3 votes John, 1 vote Eden. 6th person voted out, Survivor Canberra versus the world. John. John, the tribe has spoken.
Okay.
John, you will have a chance to get back to the game. Head to the Swamp of Sadness.
Okay.
Thank you.
There you go.
See you, John. Maybe tonight.
Okay, so even though you're voting players out of the game, remember that they could come back in the game and those decisions could come back to haunt you. So head on out and we'll see you shortly.
John, thanks for your help last time. Just what we needed. Don't need you anymore.